everyone to another episode of Poshteacher, and I am very honored to have a special guest, Miss Watt, and she is going to share with us her amazing ventures in education. So welcome, Miss Watt, to our show.
Thank you.
Well, we are going to start with the question we always ask here at Poshteacher. What was your aha moment that got you started in the world of education?
Well, my aha moment actually came from frustration. I had changed my major like 3 times in college. Like, I was not that student that knew what I wanted to do when I got to college. I was that student that went to college because it was what you're supposed to do after high school. And, I was there, and every single thing that I did, I was just completely bored out of my mind. And so I remember like calling my mom, like crying on the phone. And I was just like, I need to be free. I need to be creative. I need to be able to, blow stuff up and make stuff and, just do these really fun things. And I don't know what to do. And, moms always know best. And she was like, Shari, it sounds like everything that you're describing, it's the stuff that you love to do. Like, you love kids, you love crafts, you love, bossing people around.
Oh, yeah.
She just kind of helped me just kind of focus in on what it was. And once she said that, I was just like, you're right. It was just like that aha moment. Like, you're absolutely right. These are all of the things that I love to do. And so I got into it, and of course, Mom was yet again right.
So did you jump into high school, middle school, elementary school? What was
I jumped straight into elementary. Like, I am all things elementary. I am the markers and the glitter and the stories and the characters. That is all me. So it fits me perfectly. I don't know what I would do if I had to go to high school.
Yeah, no, it's a different world, trust me. Being in the world of education, what has been the most rewarding thing that you've, gotten from being?
Just the kids, just being able to advocate for the kids, being able to help them find their voice, in many situations, being able to be their voice, just speaking up for them when things happen that we know is not okay, just being able to step in and just kind of, be that parent away from home. But yeah, it's I like it. It's rewarding to me. And I see the work when I see the kids appreciate what it is that I do, even at the young age. It feels really good. So yeah, that's the best part.
Definitely. I agree with you that kids need an advocate, and many times teachers have that power to be the advocate.
Oh, yeah.
They need one. Those little people.
Many times where I've just, I will have to go to bat for my kids and just like, hey, no, this is not okay, and they can't, speak those things to adults. So I have to do that for them.
I'm so passionate about that. I definitely agree with you. Just because they're little doesn't mean they're not
right.
And sometimes because they see life a little more simple, that's more genuine, right?
And they automatically think, since this is an adult, then it's right or it's okay, and that's not always the case. So I'm glad I'm there to be able to, pitch in my voice and speak up for them.
So what grade do you teach currently?
I currently teach 1st grade.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And before that, I was a kindergarten teacher. So yeah, I'm little kids.
Wow. So, this question I'm sure has come up in the past few months. How did you deal with distance teaching?
Okay. So, well, for me, I had a little bit of just experience with it, just because my master's degree is in instructional design and technology. And so the technology aspect of it was, that was the easy part, honestly.
Oh my goodness.
The hard part was not being prepared, and like the families, they didn't sign up for this, like this isn't what they chose. And so it was just very difficult, and just ending the school year, not being able to say goodbye, not being able to get my hugs, and knowing, some of the kids weren't returning the following year.
Oh.
So, that was just kind of it. But yeah, it's hard with smaller children trying to do distance learning.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
It's not the same.
I mean, mine were showing up. They're sitting literally in their bed, their hair a mess.
Exactly.
All right. Oh my God.
There's all kind of crazy things going on in the background. And, I can mute you, but then I don't hear what you're saying. So it was a lot.
Yeah, I agree. But it was fun. It was different,
Yes. It was different.
Challenges.
Yes, great word.
And I think teachers are always at school and they have no other life. But do you have another life, Miss Watts?
Yes, definitely. I definitely have another life. Teaching is a part of my life, and I tell everyone that meets me that that's a part of my life. That's a part of what I do. I'm also a business owner. I sell teacher apparel, like t-shirts like this. So I have a whole store that I run. And then I'm a children's author, so I'm writing books. So that's just a small piece of what I do. I make sure that I keep another life outside of the classroom. But it somehow it all involves education, ironically. But
I know. If you're passionate about it, it always comes back to that.
Yes, it all comes full circle.
I agree. That's why we're here, Poshteacher.
Yes.
But so tell me about your business. What how did you get started? What triggered that?
Yeah. So my business is She Can Teach Too. And it actually started off as, it was supposed to be a blog. It was supposed to be me blogging about like teacher things and giving teacher tips and opinions on all kinds of things in education. Right. And I started making t-shirts for myself. And I would just wear them out. And people started asking me like, do you make t-shirts? Do you make t-shirts? And one day I finally just said, yes, I made a t-shirt. I had no intentions on, it just being a t-shirt line. And so I just made a website and I started selling my shirts, and then everything else just started falling under the umbrella of She Can Teach Too. From Instagram to me publishing my children's books, like everything fell under that same umbrella. And the name, like even the name She Can Teach.
Yes, tell us about your name. How did you?
It came from, like I said, just teaching is a part of my life. So She Can Teach Too, as in also. Like I can teach also, but I also do other things, So it came from like a lot of people putting teachers in a box, like them thinking that, all we do is teach kids and we're babysitters and, everything that we do is strictly in the classroom. And that's not the case. I know all teacherpreneurs, as I call them.
I love that.
Yes.
You need a t-shirt with that. Do you have a t-shirt with that?
I do.
Oh my gosh, I want one.
So yes, I know all kind of teacherpreneurs that have other businesses and other things that we do outside of the classroom. So I just wanted to put that out there, like, yes, we teach and yes, we love kids, but we have other talents too.
And I think if we went in for a different job, we could list so many things that we have. We have management, capabilities. We have a list of stuff, right? I think we really have a great resume.
Yes, like even if you just interview all the teachers in one building, you'll find so many businesses that things that they can do outside of teaching. So
no, I love it. And I loved your t-shirt. I gotta get it. Well, it's pink. I love pink. And Barbie Could Never.
Yes.
I mean, you have so many people sharing your look.
Particular shirt. I don't even know where that came from. I wanted to do, like, I love the Barbie font. Like, I was never a Barbie girl. Like, my cousin had all the Barbie stuff. I was never the Barbie girl. But I like the Barbie font.
Oh my gosh.
And so I wanted to do something with Barbie. But I was like, but I'm not Barbie. I was like, you know what? Barbie could never do what I do.
Oh. I like it. No, it really stuck with a lot of people. So
It did.
so good. Well, I want to move on to your book because Sophia is right here.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I really enjoyed reading this book. Like I was
Thank
sitting
you.
outside and it was a nice day and I was just like, oh my gosh, I love it. And I do want to say a little spoiler alert. So if someone hasn't read this book, I gotta find out what seeds were they when she
Yeah.
I was like literally like, wait, what was it a family?
That's a good question. You know, we're going to say just because Sophia actually inspired me to start my own garden. Because before I wrote that book, I did not have a green thumb at all. Like,
oh my
no,
gosh. Okay, so rewind. Tell us
so, okay, let me
the
go
story
back.
of the story.
Yes, the story of Sophia. Okay, so
Yes.
Sophia's story was like completely made up because
wow.
yeah, I'm very close to my grandmother. So Grandma Viva in the story.
Oh, shout out
is my grandmother. Yes. Yes, so that is my real grandmother and that is her name. And so I was just inspired by our relationship. But my grandmother doesn't have a garden either.
Oh, she doesn't?
No.
Miss Watts.
I know. So I wrote the book and then like, after I wrote the book, I started a garden. And so in my garden, yeah, I plant cilantro, kale, yeah, my favorite things. Cilantro, kale, and banana peppers. So,
wow.
yeah.
Nice. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, it's so believable. And I was like, wow, her grandma loves.
It's true now. You know, it's true now.
It's true now. Good.
Yeah, it's true now.
I love what was the process of writing a book? You know, there's teachers out there that might have that drive to start something like you know, what is the process?
So the biggest hurdle that I tell everyone, because after I wrote the book, I had so many teachers, you know, wanting to do it, but I realized for myself and for a lot of people, the biggest hurdle is writing the manuscript. Just getting the words out on paper, on your computer, whatever your process is. Me personally, I'm a pen to paper person. Everything I write.
I love it. Yeah, today I have my notes.
Yeah, right? Like it has to be on paper first. I can't just type. So just getting the manuscript done is honestly the hardest part. And then after that, like everything else is like other people's job. Like you pay for an editor. So I found an editor. I found an illustrator.
Oh my God.
And I actually, everything is like technology is so great. And I'm all about just like supporting small business owners and minority business owners. And just like my illustrator, I found her online. She actually lives in Egypt.
Wow.
And so, yeah, so everything was done over the computer. I sent her my manuscript and my notes that I wanted. I had an editor edit the book, and everything was sent back to me. And then I found another person to format it just for Amazon, because I self-published through Amazon.
Yeah.
And so
is that Amazon Kindle or publishing?
Yes, Kindle Direct Publishing.
Kindle, okay. I was looking into it because I've been writing something for a few years that I would eventually like to publish about.
Yeah, so if you want to self-publish, especially for your first one, it was really easy through Amazon. So
you send them everything, and
you get everything formatted first, and then once you upload it to Amazon, they handle your printing and your shipping and things like that. I also sell my books directly from my website, so I just purchase in bulk, and then I can ship them out directly from myself. It's not as hard as we think it is.
I know, because a year ago I looked into it and I'm like, oh my gosh, it just sounded like I had to.
It can be very overwhelming, but it's not as hard. It's not as hard if you just I just had to kind of force myself to sit down and do it. Like, it was a dream of mine since I was a kid. And so, I've always wanted to be an author. Like, I want to transition full time into. Yeah.
Yay. Oh my gosh! I'm gonna send this. You got to autograph this.
I will.
I'm sending it right back.
I will.
What did you do the day that your book was officially published? Any special thing that you did? How did the big news go out?
I called my mom.
That's what we all do. The same thing.
You will see. Yes, moms are so special. I called my mom, and I said, my book is ready. It's live on Amazon. I'm going to send you one. And she was like, no, I'm going to buy it. I
love it. Your first
yes, she was my very first customer. And she was just like, I want to be the first one to buy your book. Like, my mom, she has always pushed me. She knows the story of me growing up as a little kid, writing all my little short stories around the house and making her read them. So this was all just like
inside of you.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
My gosh. What a special story. So did you go to class one day with, hey, everybody?
Yeah, I did. I took it to our librarian at my school, and I took it to my admin at my school, and I've kind of been at several schools in several states. And so I sent copies to like my old schools that I used to teach at. And just the support just like kids. The kids will tell you the truth. So, so kids telling me that they like the book and them like checking the book out at the library. Like, our librarian told me, she was just like, I can't keep your book. Like, all the kids keep taking your book.
Oh my, I got chills. It's the cutest story.
That was like really good feedback, because I knew if kids liked it, then I was like, okay, then I did pretty okay if the kids liked it.
That's your audience,
Yes.
You're a good audience. So that's so important.
Yes.
Well, congrats. Great accomplishment. I can't wait to sign up for your book club.
Thank you. Yes, coming soon.
Well, moving on. I'm going to keep it to education, then I'm going to ask you something else. But here our tradition at Poshteacher is we have this, we call it La Manzana because I teach Spanish. So the apple. And inside is a little card with a question. And it's a surprise. So obviously I will pick for you, but I'll pretend that you're grabbing one. So there you go. Okay. So, all right. So here we go. Here's your question. It says, OMG, embarrassing moment. So did you ever have an OMG embarrassing moment in school?
It's really hard to embarrass me. To embarrass me, like, especially in front of kids, because they're so fun and, they're going to make you feel good anyway. I will say, kind of like I would say an embarrassing moment, like I should have known better moment.
Okay. Yes, tell us.
So it was, like how we do the dress up days for like book character days.
Oh, yeah.
And so I just had like the hardest time like finding like what character I was going to dress up as for book character day.
No, you.
And so, right? And so we chose like the if you give a mouse a cookie. And so I had like this mouse uniform, and like my team, they dressed up as like if you give a pig a pancake, and if you give something else. And so I was the mouse. And I had these mouse ears on and this gray dress. And then in the little parade, this little girl walks by dressed up like Sophia. And I was just like, why didn't I think of why didn't I think to dress up like my own book? So I had to take a picture with the little girl dressed up like my book because she clearly got the message, that I didn't get. And so I was like, from now on, I should probably, dress up as my own character.
That is a great choice.
Yes.
It
did not cross my brain at all. It was like favorite book character, like you're dressed up as your favorite book, and she dressed up as Sophia.
Well, that's that's an honor,
It brought me to tears. Like, I got teary eyed. Like I was like, that was so special, and she looked just like her. She had the puffs and everything.
No, so yeah, she's a cutie patootie. I mean,
and I was just like, it. And here I am with these little mouths.
That should have been little puffs.
So yeah.
That is definitely, it's an OMG moment.
Yes.
Well, I saw in your platform that you are big into health.
Yes.
And so I thought that was just amazing. And I wanted to know if you could share for the teachers out there, what are 3 tips or snacks? So if you could share 3 things with teachers related to health or diet, what would they be?
Yeah. Okay. So for teachers, stay out of the teachers' lounge.
Yes, I agree. Oh my gosh.
Stay away from the teachers' lounge. I mean,
good one.
I'm so thankful, for everyone's generosity
Yes.
and all of the treats and snacks and, especially like my campus, my goodness, they are so generous. And they do so many awesome things for us, but like I have to tell myself to stay away sometimes.
I agree.
Because, the snacking will get out of control. So that.
Good one. Number 1.
2, just find some type of like active routine that you like. I actually used to take my husband's Xbox to school with me because there was a Zumba game on it that I would play with some of my coworkers.
You would not.
Yes, and I would move all the tables out of the way, and I would set it up on my projector, and we would do Zumba in the classroom after school.
Oh my gosh, that's a great idea. You have the big screen.
Yeah, yeah. And so, it was a video game. I already had it, and we would do Zumba in class, and it's a lot easier if you have like people with you to do it and to hold you accountable.
Oh gosh, yeah, I got it.
Find something fun, find a couple people to do it with that can, you can feed off of each other's energy.
Great idea.
And then I would say 3, and I'm not the best at this because I am the teacher that I will meal prep. So that is my tip, to meal prep.
Oh.
But I am the teacher that will forget my lunch at home.
Oh no!
Or mac and cheese from Panera or something.
So everything goes weird.
Yes. So meal prep, but take it
with you. Or it could be dinner. Dinner's done.
Yes. Yes. Save it for dinner or something. So yeah, just kind of be more conscious of what you're eating. I'm not like a dietitian or anything like that, but I just try to be aware of how often I eat junk because it's very tempting, especially, like I said, as educators, we're surrounded by treats and birthdays.
And the parties,
all the time. So
yes, I agree.
And then you have like PTA and they bring in like homemade, there's so many cultures represented at my campus.
Oh, wow.
And so they will bring in like homemade tamales and homemade curry and just all this stuff. And I'm like, I have to eat
you have to try it. Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, just being conscious.
I love it. I think the teachers will appreciate that. Yes. They're always looking out for good food tips.
Yes.
So it's been great having you.
Thank you. It's fun.
Oh my gosh. Well, do you have anything, last words, quotes, anything you want to share with all those teachers out there? Our goal here at Poshteacher is to celebrate teachers and acknowledge you guys. So anything you want to share with them?
I would just say, just especially, right now, just continue being an advocate for your students. Continue to push representation. If it is not being voiced at your campus, do not be silenced by traditional, things that have often happened in education. Now is the time to use your voice and to speak up and to be an advocate for your Black and brown students in your classrooms.
Yes.
Seize this moment. I think it's a great time for a lot of changes to occur in education.
Yeah.
And I am that teacher that is always advocating for representation. Like I push that all the time. So we are here to support each other. We don't always get it right, but we can, lean on each other for support and ask those questions and sit back and listen. So yeah, that's kind of where I am. And that is my last thing to say.
Very strong and very good. And now is the time to.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh gosh. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
A real pleasure. And I'm sure you're going to have a great summer. Sounds like you've got a lot going on. And
I'm staying busy.
Yeah. And so where can people find you if they want to get their t-shirt or your book? And I'll link it below. But
so people can find me on Instagram at She Can Teach Too, TOO, all together, no periods, no underscores. She Can Teach Too. And then my apparel page is She Can Teach Two T's, so TEES.
TEES. Okay.
It's all on Instagram. Yeah, and then my website, of course, is shecanteach2.com.
Perfect. And I will link it below, and people can go and check you out on these amazing things.
Thank you.
Well, have a great summer, and congratulations on all the amazing things you're doing. And
thank you so much. You too.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye, Ms. Wan.
Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.